Hello everyone, welcome back to another custom wave review. This is BottomBagDiecast wave number 3. This is race version wave number 1. We should have quite a few race versions and raced wins wave-wise this year. Hopefully anyway. So yeah, with that being said, we got 9, I want to say brand new cars, but they're not brand new. I've had these for a while and I'd never put them out. So I'm really just trying to get these out of the way. Now I've got a couple repeat drivers. I got 1 repeat driver, but 3 repeat numbers. So I tried to avoid that, but again, this is like older cars, so I'm just trying to get rid of them while I still got them, because they've sit probably for about a year or so, like no joke. Just haven't got to putting them out yet. So we're going to go ahead and start off with our first one, which is the number 02 of Blaine Perkins. This is the 2023, I believe this was the Talladega flip. This one was pretty hard to do, and it is kind of fragile, so we're going to take her easy with this one. This is kind of what's left after the whole flip kind of took out. Of course, we got the hood with the tethers on there. Tethers might be a little long, but nonetheless, they are there. Actually going to go ahead and zoom in and put it down that we can get a little bit better look there. This is decals I printed out, so they're not from Patos. This was before I actually started using Patos Place decals. This one was pretty difficult. This whole side here is actually off and glued to the cockpit area, so it's a little wonky here and there. You know, you can see some where the decals don't line up on some of the parts, but you know, I'm not going to redo this one. I might do it in the 124 if I have the time to. So, yeah, that's kind of all I got for this one. This one's a little bit of a older one. And, yeah, I got a little bit of undercarriage detail also. Not a whole lot. You are missing a wheel and everything. Just a whole bunch of damage on this one. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this diecast here. This is probably the most raced, I guess you could say, as far as damage-wise. This one is definitely the most cut-up and beat-up car of the wave. Next up, we got a authentic diecast. It does have the card back and all the little details and stuff on it. This is the Austin Dillon 2022 Charlotte. I think this is the practice car. I think they were doing testing and he ended up crashing. And this is kind of like the remake. It is a little dirty. Again, I've had this sitting around for a while. But, I mean, once you clear that off, it's not really a big deal. We do have some custom design on the top. Not a whole lot of awesomeness going on. But it is better than nothing. So we're going to go ahead and pop this out of the box here. And kind of get a closer look at what we're working with for this custom car. Now, of course, it does come with the little sticker and everything. So that will be just fine. And we're going to go ahead and zoom in on this bad boy here. Once we get a chance, there we go. You can see it's got the front ends all repaired, and you can see this is so old that I use the paper banner, and it's got the really big vent on the front. I don't do that anymore. I haven't done that for a very long time. Like I said, I've done this about a year or two ago, and you can see here, that's also another detail I don't do. I don't have red, blue, and silver. It's just red and silver now. And I've done that for a while. I actually forgot I did that before. I might update the banners and switch them out to an actual decal and not paper. But got number 3 here, BashPro.com. Got your tracker boats. And you got just back in right here. Completely redone. You can see some of it over here on the side. Just kind of where he had all the damage repaired. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot going on. The whole front end's done. Window net's down. Of course, you got your interior detail and all that fun stuff in there. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but it is in there. I promise I got all that interior painted. Roll cage, all that good stuff. And I did the same thing with the Blaine Perkins, even though you can't really tell there either. But yeah, so that is the second car for this wave, the Austin Dillon 2022 Charlotte test car, because it was all kinds of bad. So we're going to put that to the side. Next up is also another one I did a while back. I don't think any of these are newer, except for maybe one or two. But anyway, this one here I've had for a while. This is Kevin Harvick's 2021 Bristol Playoff Night Race, whatever you want to call it. The race version from that. You can see Kevin Harvick, number 4 Bristol race version. 2021 Mustang BottomBagDiecast Limited Edition. And this may or may not be one of 2 parts. So we're going to go ahead and pop this out of the box. Get a wee bit of a closer look to see how this was done. Because I don't even remember what I did to this thing, to be honest. Like I said, it's been quite some time ago. But going to go ahead and get on here to the little details. Got your window net down, of course, on as of all the cars. Got all your playoff markings. Subway all over the car. All your race markings. This was Bristol, to be fair. So there's a bunch of race markings all the way around the car. A little bit going on here. Yeah, pretty clean in terms of like donut marks or any actual like damage. Little scuffs here and there is kind of all you get for this race version car. Of course, the wheels are worn out a little bit, and then you got your interior detail. You can see the roll cage is painted. All that fun stuff's painted in there on the dashboard. And then you got your undercarriage. All that fun stuff is painted as well. Of course, this was the race with, he kind of got into Chase Elliot a little bit, and they had a little feud there for a minute. They actually had one at Charlotte, too, at the Roval, if you guys remember that. That was also in the playoffs, so that was a little something. I wanted to do a 2-set of that, but I never got to it. I made the Elliot, but I did not make the Harvick, and I don't know if I will, but I have the car, so I might give it an attempt. But this is all for the Bristol race version for Kevin Harvick. Before we get on to this next car, I do want to say a couple things real quick. These are out right now. As soon as this video goes live on YouTube, they are live on eBay, so I got a link in the description for those. And I want to apologize real quick. I might sound a little different. I've been a little sickly today. I don't know why. But I have, so I might sound a little different because of that. And it's almost like 3 in the morning, too. So I might be whistling Dixie through my nose on accident, so I apologize if that happens. Again, I'm a little sickly, and it's very early in the morning, and I want to go to bed. So we're going to get this done real quick. Then we're actually going to go ahead and carry on to old night time. No, anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, we'll moving on to the next car before I make a complete fool of myself. We got the Kyle Larson 2021. This is the Talladega raced version from the playoffs. I've wanted to make this one in 124 for quite some time. I don't know if the car's hard to find or not, so I might have to look into that. But, yeah, this one's on my bucket list for a 124 make. Of course, you got your custom box and everything. Got race version, BottomBagDiecast, Talladega. Kyle Larson, number 5, Talladega race version, 2021 Camaro Z01. BottomBagDiecast limited edition. So we're going to pop this out real quick. Even though this is in a metal chassis box. It is a metal chassis diecast, but in 2021 they had the rubber tires. I do not have the rubber tires on this one, so I apologize. I also got another... no, I got 2 more cars that are metal chassis, but don't actually have the rubber tires. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance for that, because I know some of you actually like that detail, and I do too. I do too, trust me. But I had a bunch of spare tires I needed to use, and I wanted some of the rubber tires, because I didn't have a whole lot of those either. But, either way, here is the car out of the box. You can see you got some tire details straight off the bat there. Right away, you'll notice all the tape and bare bond and all that fun stuff on there. Got the playoff markings, meaning the banner and the rear spoiler. All that fun stuff. You got some more race wear over on this side. You got a little bit of some wall scrapage going on. Nothing really going on the back. We got your window net down. Got a donut mark there. A little bit more tape on the quarter panel back here. Or I guess that's really more above the wheel well. But still, you know, you got all your detail there. All your bare bond, you got your interior all painted. You got your undercarriage, which is also all painted and all that fun stuff there. So, not a whole lot of actual race wear on the car. As far as I could tell, there wasn't a whole lot of dirt and grime. But there was a lot of, you know, bare bond, scrapes, scratches, all that fun stuff. I'm saying fun stuff a lot, and I don't know why. Also, yes, I know the banner's inaccurate because it has the black Chevy bow ties. I get it, but I can't see the yellow on yellow there. It's stupid. They should either have it as a black outline or full black emblems. So I did full black. Yes, I know it's not technically accurate, but shut up. It looks better in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't like that I have to do the black. I mean, I don't have to, but I would much rather because it just kind of blends in with the yellow, and you can't tell there's any Chevy bow ties there at all. So, that's it for the Larson Talladega car. Next up, we have the part 2 of the Bristol car from old Harvick. This is Chase Elliott's number 9 Hooters Bristol car. Again, this goes with the Harvick. They are sold separately. Every single one is, but it kind of goes with the same race. Bristol race version and bottom bag diecast up there at the top. So we're going to go ahead and pop this out of the package and get a little 360 viewski of what we've done to this innocent little diecast here. So we're going to pop this out real quick. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in real quick. Not brighten up the car. We're going to go ahead and zoom in. Lower the brightness because that was way too bright. And check this out. With it being a black car, the racewear didn't really capture super well on the actual black. You can kind of see on the grill and stuff there. You can see on the 9. You got some of that there. Of course, you got some raced tires. You got your little tape there. Your spoilers yellow. Got some more of that tire detail on the front left. And again, it's pretty clean. Not a whole lot going on, but that little feud was fun to make. So just like the Harvick and all the other cars, you do have the interior detail with the undercarriage detail, all that painted as well. So, you know, there's that. Again, I wish I could put more race detail, but it's a black car, so it's hard to see. But the more you kind of get it closer to the camera, you can see some more of that race wear. If I get it too close to the camera, it's just going to go blurry on me, so unfortunately I cannot demonstrate. You're just going to have to trust me on this one. But yeah, so there is the part 2 of the Harvick and Elliot feud. Again, I might make the Charlotte cars. I'm not sure. I might remake the Elliot. I really don't know. I can do it in 1/24 scale. That would be pretty freaking sweet. But that's just something I'm going to have to look into. For our next diecast, we got another Chase Elliott car, and I believe I've actually got this one made already a while back, but I don't remember. And if so, then I got a duplicate here. So, very rare instances where we got a duplicate car. If so, we got race version, bottom bag diecast. Of course, this is in a metal chassis box. The car is metal chassis, but the wheels are still plastic, not rubber. I know, I'm going downhill in quality quicker than Lionel did. Anyway, Chase Elliott number 9 Darlington Race version 2021 Camaro ZL1 bottom bag diecast limited edition. You got your Darlington up top, so we're going to pop this out of the box again. Just like we done with all the other packages. So I do like this scheme a lot. I don't like that he wrecked in it. It was unfortunate. Wasn't he trying to make a pass and then just got caught up in something and then smacked the wall? Wasn't he chasing down Truex and wrecked both of them, or was that like a different race? I don't remember. He's had so many mistakes in 2021, 2020. Of course, you had the whole thing with Logano and Bristol in 2020. Yeah, I didn't forget that. So he's had a lot of little instances in the last couple of years. Right now, not as many as before. He's been a little quiet. He hasn't been doing any crashes or nothing. But we do, again, have the metal chassis. You can kind of see in the reflection there how shiny it is. That's the metal chassis for you. Then, of course, you got your playoff stuff, all your puzzle pieces. You got your Darlington wall smack right there. Goes to the back of the car here. You can see the wheels are all rubbed out. And then, of course, you got your auto parts that's kind of smeared with some damage. All that cool stuff there. More on the front end. I think it actually turned out pretty decent for a little wall scrape. I'm not very good at those. A little bit of race wear on the car. You can't really see it, but yeah, there you go. You can see a little bit more there. Not a whole lot of detail in this one. This right side is really the main part of the show here. And then I kind of showed the undercarriage already. And, of course, we got your interior detail, all that stuff painted in there. Then you got your window net. You know, just kind of your normal detail from my customs. I don't know why I say our. I'm a one-man band. I don't have anybody help me do these. So I say we like I'm an actual company. I'm not. I'm just a dude that makes cars and puts them up on eBay. I mean, that's pretty much all it is. Anyway, on to our next car, which is also a number 9. So we got 3 9s in this wave, but it is not Chase Elliott. This one's actually going to be Noah Graggson in the 2020 number 9 Lionel Racing NASCAR Authentics. It's not an Authentics, but the sponsor's NASCAR Authentics, which is pretty freaking awesome. This was the Charlotte Roval. It's actually a Checkers or Wreckers car. It was made in the 124 scale. But you got the custom box, of course, and you got your Noah Graggson number 9 Charlotte Roval race version 2020 Camaro. BottomBagDiecast limited edition, of course. I don't think I've seen anybody make the 164 of this. I'm not saying nobody has, or hasn't. This one might also be a re-release. I'm not really too sure. I think I made it before, but I'm not 100% on that. I'm a Graggson fan, so I probably have. But here we go. Here's the Lionel Racing paint scheme. Got a little bit of race wear on the front. Got your donut marks. Of course, you got your actual white Goodyear Eagle tires. This is because these were the rain tires. A little bit of those tape lines there on the car. Of course, you got your back in here. A little bit of damage, kind of crinkled up on the side. I couldn't really recreate that in 164 scale. Got some more detail on the tire here. Window net's down. Interior is painted, just like all the others. You do have a windshield wiper on this one. Again, because it was a rain race car, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that's pretty interesting. I do like this one a lot. There's not a whole lot to it, but it's pretty unique, you know. The absolute disaster of the race. Or of a race, I guess. I would like to eventually put like the wee little lights in the, maybe not the 164s, but the 124s would be pretty cool to do. I don't know how I would do such a thing. Maybe like if I do Elites, you could open up the trunk or the deck lid, and then there'd be a little button in there you could push with like a pencil or something, and then it'd turn it on. I feel like that'd be pretty awesome. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure that will do it for this little one here. We've only got 2 more left, I believe, right? Yeah, 2 more. So with that, the next car is going to be another Elliot, but it's not going to be Chase Elliott. It's going to be Bill Elliott in the number 23 ISM Connect diecast. I did the 124 of this a while ago, so I figured the 164 would just fit a little bit better. Of course, you got your custom box and got your Road America logo there. Bill Elliott, number 23, Road America Race Version 2018 Camaro, BottomBagDiecast Limited Edition. So, there's a couple things I see already I need to fix on the car. And that would be this tape coming up right here. I've had to fix it a couple times already. But I'm going to have to see if I can adjust that and cut it down to some sort. Alright, with that little cut, I may have fixed it. I kind of cut it there to kind of match up. So anyway, this is the ISM Connect Road America car. He ran back in 2018. Pretty awesome to see. So, you know, you got all the barrier bond and stuff on the hood. Just where you kind of have some stuff go down. You got your windshield wiper, the old Xfinity banner. Got the 23 with some race wear. Of course, you got your rookie stripes back here. A little bit of damage. All that fun stuff. Some just side stuff over here. Another window net detail. Of course, you got your undercarriage. You always got the undercarriage detailed. To some extent, at least. But that's pretty much it. Got a little bit of fuel spillage over here, but there's not a whole lot to look at. You do have your interior detail, of course, just like all the other cars. I do think the window net's a wee bit too long, but I mean, other than that, I think this car came out pretty decent. The tape and bare bone on the hood is a little thick. I don't like how kind of like stiff it is, so kind of had to cut a little bit there. But that's all for the Bill Elliott. So we shall go ahead and move on to our final car, which is going to be the number 48 of Alex Bowman in the Bristol Dirt race version. Believe it or not, I actually made this in Tennessee, so I made the 124 to go with it a while back. I've already sold that one, so don't have the 124, but I do have the 164. Again, die-cast body and chassis, so there's the metal chassis, but no rubber tires, just plastic. But we do have the custom box of Bristol Dirt Race. Got Alex Bowman, let's see here, Alex Bowman, number 48, Bristol Dirt Race version, 2021 Camaro ZL1, and of course, it's a Bottom Bag Diecast limited edition. So we're going to go ahead and pop this out of the box, once again, just like we've done with all the other packaged cars. So here's the diecast out of the box. This thing is very all muddied up. I don't remember if I did a 2021 Bristol Dirt Race version set. I don't think I did. I think I did 2022. I might have to do 2021 again. That might be pretty fun. I've already made quite a lot of them. I made the Larson, Bowman, Bubba. No, I didn't. Did I make the Bubba car? I don't remember. I know I made the Blaney and the Briscoe. A lot of B's. A lot of B's. I may have made the Suarez. I don't really remember, but I made quite a few for sure. So this one here, just so you know, no exception. Just a little bit of tape right here on the side, a whole bunch of dirt on the car, because I mean that's how I like it done. Got a little bit of damage back here. Of course, you got your cut spoiler, all the details on the inside, all the details underneath, and we don't just have a normal undercarriage, we got some muddied up undercarriage here. I really like adding that little detail. That's just a whole lot of fun. All the tires are dirty. Yes, I know the cars weren't actually this dirty, but it looks a whole lot better. I remember when people were complaining that Joey Logano's Bristol Dirt car didn't look very good because it didn't have a whole lot of dirt on it. So I said I took that personally, and I just kind of muddied out this whole car. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Bowman car. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a recap of this wave, so we can kind of get a little bit of a refresher of what we got available. Here is all the diecast we have in this wave. Got a pretty good amount of cars. A lot of them are playoff cars, I just noticed. 4 of them are, so my bad on that one. I do plan to have a race win wave out here pretty soon, maybe within this same month. I really need to start getting to some of my multi-car sets. I've got like 4 that I need to do, and I just haven't done yet. Some of them are really close to being done. I just haven't got there yet. But nonetheless, this is what is available on eBay right now. Like I said, as soon as this video drops, these are available individually on eBay. You know, so if you want to go check those out, you can. Obviously, you don't have to. These are just cars that I wanted to make, but I don't want to keep. So I'm throwing them on eBay in a wave. So with that being said, that'll be all for this custom wave review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video.
I got one too many problems, why lie? They eventually come to light and shine bright. I miss when life was easy, homie, time flies. Now I listen to these angels tell me